Some of us are crystal clear on what we should sell. We know exactly who we're for. We know what we're selling. We're not trying to change. I'm telling you that billion-dollar companies have done this and reevaluated. I want smaller business and entrepreneurs to do the same, to think about the questions that evolve a business, that move things forward. It's normal now to have unlimited night and weekends. Imagine somebody right now trying to sell you on a minute plan. You're like, bro, are you serious? But you don't have to stop your business or change your business. You just have to change the offer. That's where the money resides, where the money resides, where the money resides. So how do you point them to the one thing in the middle? Messaging. A brand offer. Let that sit on the screen. If you're watching this video, you're about to make a whole lot of money, because I'm about to answer a question for you on what should you sell. What are the 3 types of offers that every business owner and entrepreneur should have that drastically changes the game for them and their revenue? Welcome back to Monetize with Marcus. I'm your host, Marcus Warroach. My goal is to take the questions that coaches and entrepreneurs and business owners are asking ChatGPT, YouTube, and Google, and answer them in video form. So you don't have to search all over the internet. You can come one trusted place and find your answer and take the answer to your question and turn it into making money online. Well, today's episode, what question we answer? What should I sell? Some of us are crystal clear on what we should sell. We know exactly who we're for. We know what we're selling. We're not trying to change. What we know, this is what I'm in the business of. This is what I do. But some of us, with the change of the market, with the change surrounding, like right now, some people feel like money has shifted, things are different, the climate is different, especially if you are in the online space, whether you're a course creator, content creator. Some of you are feeling like that there's a lot of saturation. You feel like, okay, hey, the market might be saturated a little bit. It's becoming a little harder. It feels tense. You're like, bro, I'm working. Before you used to be able to do events and it was easier. And I don't want to just specify, let's say you're doing apparel and you're selling t-shirts, or your calendar was booked. You might be questioning right now, should you change what you sell? Should you add on to it? Should you keep doing the same thing, or should you make a pivot in the market? Well, I want to answer that for you and explain the 3 types of offers you should have, and you'll be able to decide, or just say, hey, I already have this one. Maybe I can add some components to it, or, oh, I have this, but I don't have these other 2. So I'm going to break that down for you. And here's what I'm going to need from you. You got to holler at me, fam. All you got to do is send me the questions that you have to make sure that we get it clear for you, because we want to build a community around what it is that we're doing. Shout out to my brother David Shands and everybody on the Social Proof Network. We're building community, family. It's not about just having a trusted source you can go and watch videos. You should be subscribing. You should be listening. You should. But it's about providing for you. Well, I don't like wasting time. Let's jump into it. Let's answer the question, what should I sell? Now, I got to explain this to you by going back a little bit. Let me take you back in the time. There was a day and time, family, where we used to buy, I don't know if y'all old enough to remember the Nokia phone. I'm talking about all you had was Snake. You could just play Snake on that bad boy. It's like, who remembers this? Hey, call me back after 9. Call me back after 9. Or call me back after 7. So cell phone companies were selling you a phone, and they wasn't selling you unlimited minutes. So that means they were selling you on a plan that you could talk for free after 9 o'clock. Or who remembers this? The first minute was free. 58, 57, call me back, call me back, call me back, call me back. You were hanging up in your grandma's face because you wanted to make sure that your first minute was free. Now, why am I telling you this? I want you to see that someone had the conversation, what should we sell? And as people evolved and as the market evolved, they started changing things to unlimited plans. Or I remember going to Verizon back in the day and getting a plan that came with 400 day in anytime minutes, and then you had the night and weekend plan. So it was free at night and free on the weekends. Then you had listen to how they sold it to you. Do you want the $400 plan, the $1,000 minute plan, or the unlimited? So they had 3 tiers, 400,000 unlimited. Y'all know I'll be studying businesses and bringing this to you now. I'm just showing you every question that I'm asking and answering. I'm telling you that billion-dollar companies have done this and reevaluated. I want smaller business and entrepreneurs to do the same, to think about the questions that evolve a business, that move things forward. It's normal now to have unlimited night and weekends. Imagine somebody right now trying to sell you on a minute plan. You're like, bro, are you serious? Now, think about that same outdated idea of selling somebody on a minute plan, and think about sometimes we don't know it. We're selling something outdated in the market, and we think that the reason people aren't buying is because they don't have the money, when really we are selling something that we should evolve and answer this question, what should I sell, right? Now back to my story. 400 minute plan, 1,000 minute plan, and then you had the nights and the weekends. After a while, things evolve to people being more reliant and dependent on their cell phone. And when they start being more reliant and dependent on their cell phone, people realize, okay, this isn't working. But people don't even have, think about it, people stop having house phones. Before, I could, hey, let me call you back on the house phone. Hey, all right, I'm back. Now, but let's do a poll. How many of you have a house phone? I don't have a house phone, family, at all. Like, I do not have a house line. I have a cell phone. So as people evolve, as things change, what the company sold changed. Now, did they, listen to this, their primary business didn't change. They still are in the business of telecommunication. Just the products that they sell change. So you don't have to stop your business or change your business. You just have to change the offer. You don't have to change your business. You just got to what? Change the offer. Hold, let it marinate. Hold on, I need to slide in camera on this one. We got to let this one marinate. Ooh, you got to, when we do quotes, we might have to do this. Change the offer. Come on, slide with me. Change the offer. Don't change the business. Change the offer. Or you might want to change the audience. Okay? We've got to pause right there because I'm in the giving mood. I decided to offer you a free gift. Absolutely free. Now, I tell you all the time about turning your ideas into online income, but how am I going to tell you to do something and not provide the resource for it? There's so many questions that people have online about what should I post? How do I get my engagement up? How do I get people to click the link in my bio, buy from me? What should I sell? Whether it's an ebook, an online course, how much should I charge? How do I launch? How do I do a webinar? You see what I'm saying? So I decided to create a free training and give it to you that you can utilize to learn how to literally take the services that you do or the ideas you have and build a successful online company. Go to www.monetizewithmarcus.com, my gift to you. You're welcome. So now that we have that, let's break down the 3 offers that I believe that every business should have. Offer number 1. I believe that every business should have team. This that part where we got to go on screen note. Well, I'm not talking about this banner, on screen note. You ready? Offer number 1 that you should have a brand offer. A brand offer. What is a brand offer? Let's define it. Come on, let it sit, let it marinate. A brand offer. Let that sit on the screen. All right, I'm back. Come back to me. Now, what is a brand offer? And I'm going to go to the board in a second and draw this out for you so you can see it. This is our marketing board. It visually shows you. A brand offer is where you create an offer that is directly related to what you want to be known for in a market. A brand offer would be something like, if we used a restaurant, right? When I think of, who do I use in terms of restaurants? Let's say, y'all know I use them all the time. You're tired of hearing it. Longhorn. Y'all know I like that place. Forget y'all and y'all fancy steakhouses. I don't need nobody to lay no napkin in my lap, okay? Longhorn don't lay no napkin in my lap. They don't, but the food is good, all right? The food is good. But what would be a brand offer for Longhorn? Steak. Steak is the brand offer, is what they're known for. So you say, hey, I got a taste for steak. However, the business offers chicken, that Parmesan crusted chicken, which is amazing. It offers Wild West shrimp, which is amazing. I get mine grilled, not fried, with blackened season, okay? They offer the most amazing Brussels sprouts. I don't know what kind of sauce they put on that Brussels sprout. They offer the grilled shrimp. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. They have the steakhouse wings. I mean, I could go down the whole menu, okay? You get my point. What I'm saying to you is they have several items on the menu. The business sells several things, but the brand offer is steak. You might have several things you sell, but every business, when you're thinking of what you should sell, should have a brand offer that you know this is the thing that people share and talk about when it comes to you, that they can share with other people. It makes sense. Apple, they have a brand offer. Would you say that Apple's brand offer is their laptop or their iPhone? Come on. You're like, I don't know. I believe that they sell, we got to look that up. I believe Apple sells more cell phones than they sell laptops. Let's look it up. What product does Apple sell more of? Let's look this up. As Apple's most popular and valuable product, the iPhone has been the company's main source of revenue since 2008, a year at its launch. The predominant amount of people have access to an iPhone. Let's look at another thing. Apple iPhone sales accounted for 49.95% of the company's overall revenue in the fourth quarter of the fiscal year 2023. You get it. But what is this that I'm using right now? Well, it's on. It's here, but I ain't using it. You get my point. What is it that I have right now? Oh, an iPad. Who makes that? Apple. What do I have at the house? An Apple laptop and a desktop. So that means they sell multiple offers and products, but they have a brand offer, iPhone. What I'm saying to you, you can sell more than one thing. Some of your things can be seasonal offers. You should quit working for free. How did social media hire all of us to be their workforce? We're on the app posting videos, going live, creating reels. We do not get paid when we create content on social media. They do, by selling our content to advertisers. But how do you actually build an online business using social media? I want to break it down for you and give you access to it. There's 5 simple steps. I'll tell it to you in a few seconds. Step number 1 is client attraction. I'm going to show you how to actually attract clients that will happily pay you what you're offering. Step number 2, how to capture them. How do you get their emails? How do you get their phone numbers? How do you get them to show up to your event? Be on your Zoom calls. To what I refer to as client dating. It's where you nurture a relationship with people to get them to say yes to whatever you're offering. And I'm even going to show you what type of content to create that gives you brand visibility and brand recognition. I call it content to cash flow. You get access wherever you're watching this video. You'll see it in the description and you'll see it beneath this. Let's get back to the episode. Don't let, some of your stuff can be seasonal offers. I'm going to go even more practical so this makes sense to you. All right, let's go. How do you do this? How do you do this? If you say, Marcus, I got a business, bro. Like, let's just say, here's my business. Okay, I don't know what made me draw this, but we're going to just put a flag on it, right? Hi, honey, I'm home. All right, here's your business right here. This is your primary business. And you're like, but I've got all of these ideas. All right, they're like an ice cream cone. I know. It's okay. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. All right, we got all these little floating around ideas. We got all these ideas of stuff we want to sell over here. Here's the business. Here's all the ideas. I want to sell this. 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 I saw, let's do eyeballs, on the internet, a bunch of people selling this ebook, selling this. All right, let me move it over here. So here's the main business you're in. Let me make it big like that. This is going to make all the sense in the world. Main business you're in, but you got all these ideas of things you want to sell, and then you have things you're seeing that people are selling. And you're like, okay, how do I get my business to make sense of what to sell when I got all these ideas? I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And I keep seeing people do this. Let's make it all come together. You decide based on what I'm about to show you right now. The first thing we said is you need a brand offer. So the first thing you think about from all your ideas, how does this align with my brand? The thing that I will be known for in the market. It is where, boom, you might have heard me talk about this before. We drawing our butt off today, and I'm not a drawer. Picasso, here I am. Here's how this works. A brand offer, if we were creating a target, it is always going to have a bullseye. Something that you point. Don't miss what I'm about to tell you right now. This is the most important thing I'm going to tell you. And you around here falling asleep. You scrolling on social media. You listening on audio, but you driving Uber. It's cool, fam. You my cousin. I love you. So let me go bigger so you get this. You ought to listen to this and you ought to watch it on YouTube, okay? I want to make sure you're doing both, cousin, so you can see the visuals. All right? It take a lot to do all this, all right? Shout out to my man Chris who's switching back and forth. Hit me right here, Chris. You don't get that on audio. You get that on YouTube. It's okay, audio. I love you. All right. All right. So here we go. Back to my regular schedule program. What type of offer should you sell? A brand offer is one of them. We're going to break down 3 of them. A brand offer is what you will become known for. It's where other people can refer you. Hey, I got to listen to this. It triggers it in conversation. A person said, man, I got a taste for steak. Immediately their mind goes, what you want, Capitol Grill, Longhorn? They start naming steakhouses. Why? Because they are known for that as a brand. You get it now. So the way that you do this, if we're showing this target and we have all these areas, this is a bullseye, right? So we say this is the overall target, but the bullseye is the thing in the middle. The overall target are all the things you sell, but the bullseye is the brand offer, the thing that you are pointing everybody towards. You get it? All right, let's redraw it so you really get it. Boom. Out of this big old market, these are all the people in the market for what you have to sell. I'm trying to point them to this in the middle. That's where the money resides, where the money resides, where the money resides. So how do you point them to the one thing in the middle? Messaging. This is where your message, move over here so you can see me. Chris got me covered. Where your message, your content, your ads, your traffic, your promos, all the things you do, your message, your content, your ads, your traffic, even if you're talking about landing pages, they all point to the brand offer. So now, why am I sending this? Why am I sending all the traffic there? Because I am trying to now make it to where in the market, I build a brand around this thing that I'm known for. Now you're like, well, what about all the other things I'm selling, Marcus? I'm selling stuff right here that makes me money. I'm selling stuff right here, stuff right here. This is easier to sell me other things once you've established trust from me with your brand and led me to this. Because if this is the thing that gets me the highest result, the fastest that you want to be known for, why would I try to sell you on other things that I'm not the best in the world at? Does it make sense? Like it makes more sense to get a customer to know, like, and trust you, and then they will buy other things from you. Then to, let me use my brother David Shands as a prototype. Shout out to David Shands. David Shands is known for podcasting, family. But he originally had a brand that was known for his apparel, Sleepers for Suckers, where it was on Love and Hip Hop. People were wearing the clothes. It was all over. He had the kiosks in the mall. He also was doing the late night call that people would get on. So it was always galvanizing communities. So what was he known for? His apparel brand. How did he make the transition from being known as the brand being just apparel to now the brand is about podcasting? Because the target changed. Now, the only thing he talks about and everything is pushed using the podcast. But can he still sell apparel? Yeah. Social Proof has an apparel line. But he can sell apparel, but that's not his brand offer. Shout out to Shands, you get it now. So known for podcasting, that's the thing you know, like, trust, listen to, but can sell other items. That's my point.